What's good? How y'all doing this morning? Welcome back to the Don's Favorite. It's your boy the Don here on Forever I Love Atlanta Sports Podcast. Hey, before we talk about anything, I know y'all gonna try to fire this man up with that hat he got on right now. We know we don't allow no Saints, no Mets, no Wizards, like no City, none of these jokers on this platform. All right.
Wow.
But look, he just said, I'm gonna let him go and tell a story about his hat. Go and tell the story about the hat, man, before they roast you up, man.
Yeah, they're gonna probably roast me regardless. But I don't watch baseball. I bought the hat because it was cheap and I like the color, and I don't really follow baseball at all. But I'm sure that's not gonna justify that for me wearing the hat on your show. So it is what it is. Hopefully, I can recover from telling them my story and my sports reporting, and then hopefully they could give me a pass.
They'll give you a pass, man. We kind of reasonable on our platform. Like, we ain't got time to. We don't try disrespect people like that, man, unless they come at us like that with the nonsense. But anyway, man, once again, let everybody know who you are, man, before we get into it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the program. I appreciate it. I know I reached out to you, and I do appreciate me kind of sharing my story or my little project on your platform. My name is Mike Howard, also known as Mike Nice, and I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, and I host and produce my own local talk show on Citizens Television now for 15 years. Next month will mark my 15-year anniversary. I started it my senior year in high school, and from there, I really have this blossom into this young local talk show host. I produce and host all my shows. I have up to 300 shows I have produced and interviewed. And my mindset has always been I feel like I can interview anybody. Like anybody I put my mind to it, I feel like I can interview anybody. And that's it in a nutshell.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
The Mike Nice Show. The Mike Nice Show.
All right. We'll type it into the description as well, so everybody can go sub to it and go follow you as well. But appreciate you coming on, man.
Yep.
All right, if you're new to the channel, y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this content out with Atlanta sports fanatics, and hit us up in the comment section. As always, come holler at your hometown sports podcast. So you from Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
There's another famous he's not a podcaster, but he's a YouTuber. Dame Drops. I love that man. You know who he is?
No. You know what part of Connecticut? New London?
I don't know what part of Connecticut, but he's huge, man. He does the food reviews and stuff.
Okay. Dame Drops?
Dame Drops.
Dame Drops. All right. I'll look him up.
Yeah. Just type in if you type in a five guys burger review, he's gonna pull up. He blew up. He went viral for reviewing the Five Guys on hamburger.
Oh, nice. Okay, no, I'll definitely look him up. Yeah, I've been here. I'm in New Haven, Connecticut, so that's the minor. A lot of people compare it to the smaller city of New York, but it's really not. It's
Connecticut is the suburbs. This is suburban New York. That's all it is.
Right. But we have our moments in different areas. But no, I've been here just about all my life. I was actually adopted, and I was born in Providence, Rhode Island. And then when I was adopted, I came to Connecticut, and then I've been here ever since.
Okay. The Atlanta Kid, man, what's good, man? Everybody watching us right now, appreciate y'all joining us early this morning. Come in the chat, say hello. The Atlanta Kid, what's good? I know I reached out to you yesterday. He will be on the show tomorrow evening. We're going to chop it up, talking about some Braves baseball, talk about pitchers and catchers reporting earlier last week. So tune in tomorrow at 8:30 for that show. All right. So you said you've been doing this for 15 years, broadcasting, and you told me your story already. You told me that you interviewed Stephen A. Smith. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like Stephen A. Smith. He look, man, he anything Atlanta, he always bashes. ESPN does not give us any love down here. This is why I created the platform FILA Sports Podcast, to give everybody a positive vibe for our teams here in not just the city, but the state of Georgia. ESPN don't give us that. Fox Sports don't give us that. you know. So go ahead and tell me about you know, meeting up with Stephen A. Smith and interviewing him.
All right. First of all, a lot of people don't like Stephen A. Smith. And I always say that to be a good interviewer, if you're having a podcast show, if you're having any kind of show, the whole point of interviewing anybody is to be unbiased, right? So you can like him. I tell people you can like Stephen A. Smith, you can hate him, but for the most part, we will listen to him on sports shows. So, I mean, he has that going. I'm not a big fan either of him, but I do respect the fact that he's a sports journalist and whatnot. I have produced and directed a sports report film called The Sport of Reporting Part 1, and it includes Stephen A. Smith, but also includes Skip Bayless, Molly Curran, Kerry Champion, Shelly Smith. It's literally the Avengers of sports reporting. I have over 30 sports reporters from ESPN, from Fox Sports, from NBA TV, from CBS Sports in this three-part film. It's a three-part film. So Stephen A. Smith, I interviewed him, but before I interviewed him, it took me over a year.
Mm-hmm.
I emailed his publicist for over a year, kept saying, can I interview him? Can I interview him? His publicist would say no, or NBA season, or he can't do it now, or we're going to respectfully decline. And I said something, one of my last emails, I was like, I was the last person to interview Maya Angelou a couple of weeks before she died. And I wanted to know how come it's taking me so long to interview Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And he emailed me back within a few days and said, okay, you and your crew could come next week. You have 50 minutes. And that's how I did the interview.
All you need, man. That's all you need.
Right. So for your listeners, they could go on my sport reporting channel. It's on YouTube. It's called The Sport of Reporting Part 1. And they could see a lot of my trailers that I have posted. I'm going to post another trailer in a couple of weeks. The film is going to debut April 26th, 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel. I'm going to live stream it. So that's April 26th, 7 p.m. Eastern time on my sport reporting channel. And you can see a lot of trailers that I have posted with Stephen A. Smith, with Kerry Champion, Molly Curran, the moderator from First Take. She's in it. So I have Chris Broussard. I have Rob Parker from The Odd Couple. So I have a lot of people, Skip Bayless. I have like I said, it's really the Avengers of sports reporting in this project. And one of the reasons why I did this was because we see them every single day on TV interviewing our favorite players, our favorite athletes, our favorite coaches, our favorite CEOs and whatnot. But we hardly ever see them being interviewed, right? And we hardly ever see them on the hot seat. So this film is all about that, kind of picking their brain a little bit, putting them on the hot seat, asking them about what made them kind of shine in their career. And then another reason why I started this was because the movie Infinity War, Avengers. I was really inspired by watching that movie, and that really was a factor.
Yeah, that look, man. Like I said, it's with us. I've interviewed some former NFL players like Jamal Anderson, Reggie Kelly, Chris Draft, Keenan Forney. Also interviewed Mark Wohlers, the closer for the Braves during the '95 World Series Game 6 game. I also interviewed Nikki Collin, the Atlanta Dream head coach, and trust and believe. People think it's easy to grab these guys and just have a few minutes to talk to them. It's not. You got to be very persistent. Not only that, you got to be professional. You got to come at these guys like you really, not just, it ain't just you want them to try to get more exposure for your show. It's you want to pick their brain. You want to see what's going on with them. That's what and a lot of people don't see that. They just see, okay, you want me on your show for clout. No, I decline.
Right.
And it's
right.
This, I just want to know, as a, I haven't, walked in their shoes. I haven't played in the NFL. I haven't coached, in the NFL, anything like that. So I just want, I want to know, and I want my listeners to know, like, how is it, in the day-to-day basis where you were when you played for the NFL, when you coached in the NFL, or when you, wherever, league they played in or coached in. that's what I want, us to just inform us what's going on,
Yeah, I interviewed Daryl Stapleton, former Steelers, because I don't really follow football, but he was pretty cool. But no, you're absolutely right. You have to be persistent. And for me, I let them know, like, because we're African American, and I let them know, this is not going to be on World Star. It's not like you said for clout. I'm doing it because this is my show. Like, I have a passion. I let them know I got a master's in journalism. Like, I let them know I'm not, another statistic, right? And I let them know, like, this is what I do.
Exactly.
So I try to really stay away from the whole clout and stuff. And like, I'm letting them know I have an interest in interviewing you. And like you said, you want to know what they have gone through. You physically can't be in their shoes. So anything that can kind of convey their story to our viewers, to our listeners, would be very helpful. And so, yeah, you're right. You gotta keep trucking. People say, "Oh, how did you get so and so and so and so?" And for me, I don't know about you. For me, it could take anywhere to 2 years to 3 years to 6 months. Sometimes I'm lucky and it takes a few weeks, but it really varies on who I'm getting and how I'm getting them.
Yeah, I agree. And I just stay humble too. Like I said, I didn't have people on the show, and like people, you done had this person. I'm like, okay, yeah, I did, but I appreciate everybody that came on the show, but still at the same time, it ain't like I made it. Even if I do get Evander Holyfield on the show one day or get Michael Vick on the show one day, like I'm still be the same, the done, no matter what. Nothing's gonna change about me. Arcade, appreciate you, man. He said more motivation for this channel. You too could be interviewing Stephen A. one day. Dream big or don't dream at all, the done. Yeah, I would love to have Stephen A. Smith on the show, and I tell him, I give him a piece of my mind on why y'all be hating on Atlanta. Like, look, I am the voice of the voiceless. I will. If ain't nobody else gonna speak up, I will. So,
well, yep. I was gonna. Well, who just said that?
Archangel, one of my listeners. Yeah.
Okay. Archangel, he could please go to my YouTube channel. He could watch a clip of an interview with me and Stephen A. Smith.
All right. And you said you also interviewed. You was the last person to interview Maya Angelou.
Yeah, last person.
I know that ain't sports related, but that's support. Like, wow, like that's supporting, man. Go ahead and tell us about that.
You're talking about legends. I mean, I love. My favorite word is using legends. I love, because at the end of the day, I want to be a legend. I want to be known for being the best producer / interviewer of all time. And Maya Angelou, like, she was actually one of the few guests that was like, not gonna even lie, it wasn't that hard to get. I reached out to her publicist within a couple of days. I said, can I interview Maya Angelou? At the time, she was sick, which she died actually a couple of weeks after I interviewed her. So she said she physically can't come to your studio, but would you do like a FaceTime interview on your show? I was like, of course, I'll do a regular phone conversation with her. Like, it's Maya Angelou. So she emailed me back. She gave me the times and dates when she was available, and the rest is history. And then she was on, and we talked about a lot of things. And it was very important because at the time she was on my show, there was a big controversy with the NBA Clippers. Donald Sterling, the former owner, said those racial remarks over the phone. So this was a perfect time to kind of pick her brain about it because she's from the civil rights movement. So she talked about how she felt about his comments and whatnot. And she said, basically white people have felt like that for, since time, and, it's not going to change. And so she was really candid, and, it was cool. It was cool to have her.
Yeah. I done read so many books, the poems of her, and, the movie Cage Bird scene, like, man, and just when she died, like, yeah, that was a lot right there. So, and you to be the last person to interview her, man, that was
for you and your listeners. There's an article if you go on Google and you type in Maya Angelou from New Haven or talk show host from New Haven, Maya Angelou. It's a nice article, and your listeners or you can read it. It was bittersweet moment.
Okay, so Talk to me about this new project that's coming up for you. That's going to be premiering in April.
So April 26th is the Sport of Reporting Part 1. And like I said earlier, it's various interviews I have done over the past couple of years with Molly Kerm, Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, Shelly Smith, Carrie Champion. I have Chris Broussard, Chris Berman, legendary Chris Berman from football.
Yeah, I love Chris Berman.
He's in this one. Yep. So it's like I said, I have over 30. I actually have the first ESPN anchor who was ever a ESPN anchor. He makes a little snippet clip in it, and so like I said, I have literally like over 30 people. I'm still working on people like Jalen Rose because it's called the Sport of Reporting Part 1. So it's a 3-part film. So there's going to be a Part 2 and there's going to be Part 3 later on in the future. But Part 1 is already done. It's already ready to go. And that's going to be on April 26th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be, and you really know a little bit about who I am too, and where I get my mentality from, and how I'm the way I am now. It shows a little bit about that as well.
You need to make sure you promote that to them, man. Like, get on. I don't know if you're on Twitter or Instagram, anything like that. All right. Well, once the show ends, I'll follow you on there, and just promote it, and then we'll retweet it out and let everybody know. So that way, when the 20, you said 22nd, 26. I'm sorry, my dates are already.
You're fine.
When the 26th come out, when the April 26th come out, we can all go watch it, and blow it up.
And I have a reason why I'm doing it on April 26th. Originally, it was going to be January 26th of this year, because that would have been the 1-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant passing. Kobe Bryant is one of my favorite players. He's the best basketball player behind Michael Jordan, in my opinion. Michael Jordan is number 1, and then Kobe is easily number 2. I'm sorry if you have LeBron fans out there, but to me, LeBron is not even close. But LeBron is he's great too. But it's the 26th, and I was like, I was gonna have it this year, January, but my viewers weren't up, and I was like, I want to make sure my viewers is up and is adequate. So now that my viewers is growing, I was like, okay. So the reason why I picked the 26th is that would be 1 year and 2 months of his anniversary, and very open scene of the film is an interview with me and Lisa Sauters from ESPN, and where she's talking about her favorite moments of Kobe Bryant. And then there's a picture that I created that's never been done that's in it. So literally the opening film is tribute to Kobe Bryant. And it's great because I'm speaking to a sports journalist, and she's giving me her perspective of Kobe Bryant as a father, as a player, as a human being. So that's why I'm doing it April 26th.
Okay. April 26th, you guys, don't forget it. You gotta go sub to this man's channel. The Sport of Reporting.
Yep, the Sport of Reporting Part 1. The Sport of Reporting Part 1.
Also, and like I know you got all these guys from ESPN. You in Connecticut, that's where the headquarters at. Like, so you pretty much in the thick of things up there. So it shouldn't take that much. You to just go to the headquarters, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, I need this person."
Well, like
I'm not saying it's not easy. I know it's not easy, but I'm just saying, like, you in the thick of things though. You up there, because most of those guys live in Connecticut, live in New York City. So it's nothing for them to just say, "Okay, well, when they give you the opportunity,
right?
Then say, well, you got 50 minutes or you got 45 minutes,
right.
And just cherish it and just be grateful and humble about it. So. But
I'll tell you a quick short story. Rob Parker from The Odd Couple. I don't know if you watched The Odd Couple on Fox Sports.
You talking about which The Odd Couple?
That's with Rob Parker and Chris Broussard, the one with the orange hair and then the darker guy. And they're both been on ESPN, but now they have their own sports show. It's called The Odd Couple. They're well known. But Rob Parker, he's from California now. He lives in California. So when I Facebooked him and said, "Can I interview you?" He said, "Yeah, let's do a Zoom in or something." I said, "No, I want to come down and meet you." He said, "You don't have to come down. You're coming down from Connecticut." I was like, "No, I'll do it. It's for the Sport of Reporting." And he was like, "If you want to come all the way down to Florida, sure." So we worked on a date. I literally left Connecticut one day. The following day I was in California, and then the following day I went back to Connecticut. Like, he was surprised that I made that trip down just to do that interview with him. And I only say that because you have to do what you have to do to, be successful. So even if they're not in Connecticut, I'm willing to travel and I'm willing to go to them to do the interview.
Hey, anything that can get your name out there, man, you got to do it. Sometimes you got to make a sacrifice to, travel and put your name out there, give out cards. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, and people think that doing this is easy. It's really not. You lose sleep, you lose the personal time with loved ones. You sacrifice a lot. Trust me, I've done. And so we talking about sacrifice. I sacrificed a lot, just to keep this thing going and growing, because this is my passion. Yeah, I have a career outside of this, but I always wanted to talk sports. Even when I was in high school, that's all I did was just talk sports, and but now you got podcasts and everything. It's easy to do that. Back then, you had to go get a journalist degree and, cut your teeth at so many places, local news stations and stuff like that for you to even get noticed.
Right.
Like now, all of a sudden, you can just create your YouTube channel or create your anchor, talk sports, promote your channel on various social media outlets and hope for the best.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I've been doing it since my senior year in high school. So I'm 34 now. I've literally been doing it half of my life. And I have like missed events purposely because I was doing an interview or I was working on a segment and stuff like that. So it is about sacrificing. But anything in life, if you want to be the best, it's about sacrifice, whether it's athlete, a podcast, a producer, a hair salon, police officer. If you want to be the best at anything, you have to sacrifice. And I learned that very early on doing this. I got a quick question to ask you just to switch it up a little bit. How do you feel about the All-Star game? Because I know a lot of people are 50-50 with it, and I know that's your hometown. So how do you feel about it? Do you feel like it's all about the money and they don't really care about the players' health? And I know the mayor said urge people not to really go watch it on TV. I know LeBron is against it, but Chris Paul, who's the president of basketball operation, I believe, or for the players, he's for it. But then LeBron and Chris Paul, they're best friends. So people are like, how are they not on the same page? So how do you feel about it?
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I said this plenty of times. I don't know if I said it on this my platform right here, and I know I said it on social media as well. I don't like the move. The All-Star game was supposed to be played in Indianapolis. All right. It never was here in Atlanta. We haven't had an All-Star weekend since 2003, 2004, I believe. I got to go look. It was one of those years. And I feel like them just throwing it to Atlanta because of COVID, I feel like that's a slap in the face. Once again, I hate how the leagues and everybody always disrespect my city. I hate it. Like, y'all want to have, and it's not even the All-Star weekend. It's just they come in to play a game, the All-Star game, and they going home.
Right. Yeah. They're
That's
not.
it. Yeah, it's not no activities, not no festivities. And I try to tell somebody, well, it's still they still coming. The clubs are still gonna be jumping. I'm like, the clubs always gonna be jumping in Atlanta, like All-Star game or not. Like, I just don't like how they just threw it to Atlanta, and they gonna league gonna say, well, we gave y'all All-Star game, so y'all might not get another one in 20, 30 years. And I'm like, that's messed up.
Right.
I for real. That is messed up, and I just really don't appreciate that how we just allow the league to just host an All-Star game here in Atlanta. We can't even go to it.
So in your perspective, you think it's a slap in the face because they're doing it because of the coronavirus? I'm not from there, but how's the rate of the coronavirus? Is it high? Is it steady? Is it low? Is it up and down?
Well, right now kids are back in school. So for the kids to go back to school, it's low right now. The numbers are dropping.
Okay.
But you still got to walk around with mask and all that. Like, I just went on a Valentine's date with my woman on Sunday or whatever. So yeah, but other than that, like it's
right.
It's the same status quo. You still gotta wear masks, 6 feet apart, all that. So,
and you feel as well that if when they do have it, they won't have it for another 20, 30 years.
Yeah. Because that's how it is. Like, once you host it, like, they got to give every other city a chance.
Right.
And you got to think about it. We just renovated the State Farm Arena. So, but there are other arenas out there who are getting, you got the new arena out there in San Francisco where the Warriors play at. I think another team is getting another arena, I believe. I don't know who, but Madison Square Garden hasn't hosted it in a long time. So New York City might get one. Minnesota, Seattle. They talking about bringing a new team in Seattle. Seattle might end up hosting one. It's a lot, like I tell people, like, it's like you gotta, like, New Orleans, the Atlanta Kid, appreciate you, man. He said New Orleans got 2 or 3, and like said, you know why they got 2 and 3 in like a span of years? Because of Silver. He has investments down there in New Orleans. And I feel like that's how New Orleans got what's the kid name? Williamson, Zion Williamson.
Silver is the coach. He's the coach.
No, Silverman. He's the commissioner for the league.
Adam Silverman. Got it. Yeah.
Silverman. Yeah. He that all that right there was by design, man, for them to get that first overall draft pick in 2019, man. Like, I just. It's just weird, man. It's just weird.
Do you feel any professional sport that is playing right now, whether it's football, basketball, anything, that it's mostly for the money?
Everything's always about the money, man. It's always about the money. Like, look at NFL. Like, Tom Brady winning his 7th Super Bowl ring. Like, and Tampa Bay. Let's be real. I know you don't follow football like that. Tampa Bay been trash for years. All right. Yes, last year before Tom Brady got there, they had a top 5 defense. I get that. So Tom Brady go there. They, added some pieces on offense. Leonard Fournette is running back. He brought in Gronk.
And Brown.
Antonio Brown as well. And then they drafted the best tackle in the draft. Then they already had a good receiver core with Godwin and Evans. So that pretty much right there got them to the playoffs as a 6th seed. They played Washington. Come on now. The NFC East was trash. And then they played New Orleans. Pretty much Breeze couldn't even throw the ball accurate above 15 yards. And
but he was having a good year, though. You're making it sound like that year he didn't have it. He was having he had a good year.
Brady?
Breeze.
Breeze was out for the most of the year.
For real?
He was hurt. Yeah.
That just shows you I don't follow football. I could have sworn
he was hurt. Taysom
it was Roger. My fault. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers had a good year. Yeah. Breeze was god awful. Like,
I don't watch it. See. All right. And but you're saying, like, with the coronavirus, if it didn't happen, you don't think Tom will win, or what were you saying? Like,
I'm not saying it ain't got nothing to do with coronavirus. It's just everything involves money. At the end of the day, all right.
Wow.
Everything's involved money. Like hockey, like soccer now is getting towards like money. Back then it was just passion. The best team win, and now you see teams like, I'm like, why is this team losing? Like, so it's it's one of those mysteries. You know what's going on, but you want to just be in denial about it. And as fans, we want to be in denial about it. Go ahead.
Who's your top 5 athletes of all time? And before you answer that, and I'll give you mine if you want to, like, think about it, because I'm always curious. I love debating. I love getting people perspective on athletes, and I love maybe arguing with them sometimes. But are you an Atlanta Hawks fan?
Yes, I am.
All right, good. I was gonna say.
Why? What you thought I was?
I hate when people are like from like or
man. Let me tell you.
Like, if you would have said a different team, I would have had to get you. I would like.
Oh man,
so you're good.
The podcast is called Forever. I love Atlanta. I love my city. I love my team.
You'll be surprised with all these titles out there. Forever New York, whatever. Oh, what's your favorite team? Boston. What?
Like, exactly. Right. That's how I feel. Like, I'm telling you, like, I got a cousin. He's a he's a what team? Yeah, he's a Mavericks fan. And I'm like, how are you a Mavericks fan? You ain't never been to Dallas before.
Well, for me, the good part, at least in my opinion, living in Connecticut, is we're in New England, but we technically could hop whatever. Like I don't, like I said, I don't really follow football, so Patriots is not my team. But like I'm a true Chicago Bulls fan since I was a kid, since Michael Jordan. So I don't ever have to be associated with the Knicks because they're trash. But
Knicks, man.
But even though this year they are actually doing good, I heard they're in 6th or 7th spot right now, which is.
But pretty much y'all got 2 teams for every y'all got 2 teams for every sport. Y'all got baseball, y'all got the Mets, y'all got the Yankees, so you can hop on either team. Yeah, basketball, y'all got Brooklyn and y'all got the Knicks.
Right.
All right. Hop on either team. Hockey, y'all got the Islanders and y'all got the Rangers. Hop on any team. And then football, y'all got the Jets and y'all got the Giants. Then soccer, y'all got New York FC, and then y'all also got New York Red Bulls. So y'all got a lot of teams. And then y'all still got Jersey on right that side. Y'all got the Devils. And then what other team y'all got in Jersey? I believe I forgot. I think that's it.
I know our college sport for our men's basketball is trash, but our females were like we hold our female UConn to a higher level than the men.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good the girls are. So, but no, who's your top athletes of all time? I'm curious, or top 3 or top 5?
Top 5. Let's see. Number 1, Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad Ali is the best athlete without a shadow of a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Second, got to go with my girl Serena Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Like for what she's done in the course of 20 years, man, that girl's bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Third, Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, I like Jordan. Fourth, hate to say this, and I know I'm gonna get fourth, no. Yeah, fourth is Hank Aaron. All right. But my fifth one, people gonna turn heads and gonna say, "What? Why you say that?" Like Peyton Manning.
Okay. That's a good one.
So
those are good ones.
I know some people gonna say, "Well, how you like Peyton Manning? Why you don't like Dan Marino or Tom Brady or anything like that?" Just Peyton Manning, man. It's just to me. So those are my top 5 right there.
And then what about top NBA players, top 5 of all time?
NBA players, Jordan, Kobe.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kobe. Like Kobe, I don't know why people keep saying that. LeBron James. I say he's like the 5th in my book.
Okay.
But to me is Jordan, Kobe, Duncan, because I'm tired of disrespecting Duncan. Tim Duncan was the guy. All right. Tim Duncan
is, for me, underrated. And like a lot of people don't know all these big men, like no disrespect to Kevin Garnett, even KD and Dirk, they're talented. But Tim Duncan has way more rings than them.
Exactly.
Way more.
It ain't just about rings. It's just how he carried himself as a player. And he was a coach on the court.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and then my fourth would be Isaiah, I forgot his last name. Isaiah Thomas.
Ooh.
Got to, man.
You lost me.
Why? Bad boys? Come on, man.
All right, and who's your 5th one?
LeBron. I got to put him in there, man. You just got to put him in there. So
I picked mine is similar, or at least the top 2. I picked Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Bill Russell, Magic, and Kareem, and then I'll pick LeBron James at number 6. But he's close to number 5. But when it's all subjective. But everybody who we just named has a huge value in how they play the game, and they have a unique impact. So I hate when people say, I hate when people say Kobe Bryant was a spin image of Michael Jordan, which if he was, who cares? But like on the ESPN top 10 or top 5, they have like Michael Jordan number 1 or 2, but then they have Kobe number 9 or 10. But I'm saying if he's a spinning image of Michael Jordan, how is he that far behind then?
This is why I don't hold ESPN when they do stats and stuff like that. I don't hold them to any merit at all. I do my own. I do my own stuff. I don't have them think for me at all because I know about sports. I know about ball, so I can put these guys in my own category. I know some moves, some players I can say yes, they're debatable with some fans, but at the same time, you know, like, well, I have an argument and I got an argument to back up my takes,
right?
Because look at what they did. You know, you say somebody like Mutombo or something like that. Now, yeah, you smoking some good stuff right there. Like I'm not saying nothing like that, but
right. Do you think LeBron is going to stay in the league until his son comes in the league? Which I guess, according to people, I think that's 3 more years or 4 more years. Do you see that happening? Is that possible?
Man, I hope he leaves. I hope he leaves. I know they're trying to do that Griffey. Can you remember Ken Griffey? And his son they trying to do something like that. But it can happen. But you know, he's not slowing down. That's another thing. LeBron's not slowing down at all. Like, people got to understand, like, this day and age, like medicine and stuff, these guys can play 20 years or 25 years in the league easily, you know.
Right. But not even playing, he's a threat. That's crazy. I mean, Michael Jordan is my favorite player of all time, but I'm not gonna lie, when he was a Wizard, he was good, but he wasn't a threat. LeBron is a threat, which is crazy. He's a threat. He's been in the league for 18 years. I don't know. I will say this, and I want to see if you agree or not. I think his legacy is obviously going to be great, but I think his legacy would have even been better if he would have went to the Knicks. Imagine going to the Knicks. The bad luck Knicks who never win, right? And then here comes the savior, and they go to the finals and win. Instead of going to the Lakers that have many championships, that's known for Kobe, that's known for Shaq. Imagine if he went to the Knicks and then got him.
That's homerish right there, though. I get what you're saying, but it's kind of homerish. Right? That's like me saying if he went to the Hawks, you know, like.
Or the Hawks, right? Hawks or Knicks, but not to the Lakers. Like,
but really? we knew he was gonna make that move out there to Los Angeles. I knew he was gonna go to Los Angeles. I just knew it. Los Angeles is just a world class organization. It's a world class. It's like one of the best. Like you talk basketball, you bring up basketball, and you go anywhere in the world, you know they're gonna say Lakers, like Lakers, Celtics. Those are your two, like.
But go to the greatest basketball court arena, New York Knicks, bro. Go there and shine your light.
But the thing is, though, it's all about the brand. It's all about the brand. You got to think about it. And then too, he had a house already in Los Angeles, so it was.
But these are NBA players. I don't want you could play for New York and still have a house in Atlanta, LA, Connecticut. That's irrelevant for these players. They can do that anywhere. Like I'm sure he has houses in Miami still. So
yeah, he does. But like I said, it's the thing is though, like I just think his legacy is gonna have an asterisk by it because he done jumped too many teams and then he built super teams to help him win championships. That's the thing right there. You know, like people can sit up here and say, "Oh, Golden State did it too." Well, Golden State they won one before they got KD.
Yep.
Yeah, KD went there, you know, and
to me, Steve Kerr is overrated. We don't hear anything about him anymore. I hate that white privilege thing, and I don't want to pull the black-white card, but it is what it is. And like he's overrated, and he was hot and going a few years ago when he was winning, but like that was more of the talent he had. I would have wanted to be a fly on the wall to see what his practice was be like. I don't know if he was really like that strict coach.
They use a triangle offense. That's what it's a triangle offense mixed with what Pop is doing down there in San Antonio. That's all they do.
Right.
You know,
right? Because he was under Pop. Right. Yeah.
He was on a Pop and Phil.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. That's true. Yeah. But like we don't hear any like a good coach. It's gonna be a good coach even seasons when it's not. Like the best, like Pop, he's a legend.
Yeah,
he's a legend. Even if there's seasons where it's not that good for him, he's a legend. Like Steve, I don't know. I haven't heard anything from him, and I hate that. Like the fact that a couple of years ago he was popping because he was winning. That doesn't define a good coach. A good coach is, can you be consistent? And I don't think he is.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. But yeah, man. Look.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it.
Look, I appreciate you too, man, coming on, man. Reaching out to me anytime, man. Anytime somebody reach out and ask to come on the show, look, I'm gonna go ahead and bring them on, because at the end of the day, you know, you a content creator yourself. You know, I love, you know, promoting other people, getting them on the spot. Because look, if the roles were reversed, I would love for you to do it for me.
Absolutely.
You know, as one brother to another brother, man. We all we got, man. We got to stick together. You know, get to the top together, and you know that's how it's supposed to be.
Absolutely. April 26th, the Sporter Report in Part 1, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be a great project. It's never been done before. Never been done.
Hey, April 26th, you guys, stay tuned for that. And more than likely, I'll try to get you on again when that time comes, so we can promote it over here. So that way everybody know, you know, because it's February right now, and like
right.
2021 right now looking like the twin sister of 2020, and everything right now, just not.
Well, I knew 2021 was going to be a slow change. Everybody like, oh, 2021, new year. Like, nah, they're saying by the end of this year, everything's supposedly go back to normal. So the end of this year. So we still got months to go.
Yeah, ain't nothing going back to normal. I think it's Corona going to spike back up soon. It's coming. It's going to do a third wave. But
I will say this, and I always say this to my friends and people who I talk to: the coronavirus, financially, best thing for me. What? Collecting checks from the state? No, I'm serious. I'm a teacher. I'm a substitute teacher. So when the coronavirus happened last March, we were out. So I don't have a contract with the Board of Education. So I was one of the people who was collecting that $600 a week, and like I'm not gonna lie, like it helped me financially. I got my car fixed, got me a new bed frame, paid some of my bills off. But I only say that because that just shows you how messed up this country is as far as helping the working class and the poor people and the middle class. Like, a coronavirus had to happen for people to get extra money, which is pathetic. Like, a coronavirus had to happen for the government to force themselves to give us money, which is pathetic. So I always relish, I mean, you know, people died and things changed, which is definitely sad. But for me personally, financially, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And like, I'm not gonna lie, and I'll say that on any kind of stage, like it is what it is. Like it helped me. So, and in my opinion, the coronavirus, if it wasn't for the coronavirus, I don't know how much you follow politics. I don't follow that much, but if it wasn't for the coronavirus, Trump could have probably been the president again. Like that coronavirus and the fact that he didn't know what the hell to do, that showed a lot of people, what kind of leader do we have? But there was a lot of fan base with Trump. So if we didn't have the coronavirus, he probably could have been the next president again. So I mean, it kind of helped in different ways. If you look at it in certain ways, it kind of helped in this country.
And look, you're a sub too. Hey man,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm a fellow teacher too. So, you know, like trust and believe. It's been hard on us dealing with that, you know, going teaching the classes and, you know, people getting sick and, you know, getting sick, you know, you're a frontline worker, you know.
I got the vaccine, but the reason why I got the vaccine, not because I'm a teacher, well, I'm a substitute, not even a real teacher, I guess, but my mom, I'm a primary taker for my mother. So I got the 2 vaccines, but I told my fellow coworkers and they were mad because they haven't got it. Like here in Connecticut, the teachers haven't got it yet. Even though Connecticut is one of the popular states for the vaccines, a lot of teachers up here haven't got it yet, like a lot. So
I heard up there, y'all get paid good money up there in Connecticut to our teaching.
Like I said, I'm a substitute. I guess they start at like 50 or 60. I don't know. I get like 15 hours, so that's nothing compared to what they do. So
you
know, with the little kids, and now with TikTok, they don't listen to the real teachers. So what makes you think they're gonna listen to a sub? If they first of all, they don't listen to their parents.
That's a day off. That's a day off for them. Yeah.
Right. So But it is what it is. That's why I'm gloating about the fact I got so much financial help from this coronavirus. Because if it wasn't for the coronavirus and I was still a sub, I'll be struggling.
Yeah.
Like I'm struggling now, but I'll be under struggling. That's how bad it would be.
Exactly.
So,
well, I appreciate you once again, man. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you. Man. I appreciate April 26th.
And everybody that watched live, appreciate y'all joining me this morning. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you're watching this at a later time, let us know in the comment section what you think about the show. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, probably tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening. We'll see. The Atlanta Kid, he's going to be on with us talking Braves baseball and pretty much everything Atlanta sports. So tune in tomorrow on that. Also got good news for FILA Sports Podcast. We have another sponsorship. All right. That's good for us. That's good for the brand. And look, I don't just sit up here and congratulate myself for getting it. I congratulate you guys, the viewers, the supporters, the followers. You guys made this happen for us. Thank you guys so much. So much. All right. If y'all new to the channel, y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this content out with Atlanta Sports Fanatics, and hit us up in the comment section. As always, come holler at your hometown sports podcast. It's your boy, The Don, with another episode of Don's Favorite here on Forever I Love Atlanta Sports Podcast. Y'all have a great Saturday, and y'all stay safe. I'm out.
Later.